Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial where I will demonstrate how to create an NDVI animation for your area of interest just with the MODIS data set. The first thing we have to do is to basically load our data. So we will look for the vegetation indices data set. I think it's the 16 day global, at 1 km. So I will just copy the image ID and then I will declare a variable called a COL. Inside the MODIS data there is a band called the NDVI, so that is what we will use. The next thing to do is to basically define the mask, where some people also call it define your area of interest, and with that we will use the USDOS dataset, which basically contains all administrative boundaries of every country. I don't know the number of countries in it, but it's possible that your area of interest will be part of those features. So I will copy the ID and then I will just extract or use the EEE filter from Earth Engine to define that particular country. If you check the description of that data set, there is let me say a field called country NA, so you have to declare it as a name. That is it there, and then the value will be the name of the country. The next thing to do is to calculate the day of the year, and so for each image we will just calculate the day of the year and set it as a property. This will then help us to match all the images later on. So we still have to we will have to write what do you call it, a function for that, and that function will be used to map the COL data. And here we will just use the EEA date function. We get the system timestamp of all the images, and then we map it onto the day of the year for each image that we will extract within that specific time frame. So now that we have our function that map each of the image, we will have to now filter the date. You have to always specify to see if your dates or the image include the specific date that you want to visualize. So for this tutorial I will be using January 2019 to December 2020. I will declare a variable called the distinct DOI, and then I will just filter the date from the collection that we have mapped at the top there, and then I just declare the date. The next thing to do is to match all the DOI images, so we have to define just the filter to match these images with the same DOI and then later on join them together. Okay, so we will do the join. And for this, we just use a join dot save all, and then we call it, or we apply it on our DOI matches. So we need to now apply all the operation and then create the new collection. The join operation that we made, we need to apply all the images on that. So we will have the distinct DOI plus our main collection, and then the filter that we declared at the top there. So from here we now have to create a composite image. So this composite image will then be used to make the animation. And after this composite, we will just apply a median reduction to combine all the images with the same DOI. So we will then have just a composite image which span between January 2019 to December 2020. Okay, now that we have the composite image, we just have to define the visualization. Yeah, if you use so after the visualization parameters, we have to apply this visualization parameters to the composite image and then clip it to the our area of interest. So that is what we will do next. So we clip it with the mask that we declared at the top there. So now we need to create the GIF parameters. So we will just define the GIF, and inside this there are a number of them, which is the region, the dimension, the CRS, frame per second. If you were using an app for that, you would also specify these values. we'll set the frames per second to 10. Looks like we need to fix something. Syntax error. Yeah, now it's gone. So the last thing to do now is to just create the GIF, and then we will also attach a URL so that apart from it displaying on the console, we can also share the link and people can also use it. What you realize is that we didn't add labels to our visualization. It looks a little bit complicated including it here, so I will advise you that if you want to include some design or text in it, then you can always do it in a secondary like Canva, for example. You can do a screen record and then you just add those text to it for it to give it more meaning or to be more intuitive. But otherwise, then this is basically just a simple way of selecting a specific or an NDV band from the MODIS data, creating a collection out of it, mapping the images or the day of the year, and then creating a composite and defining your visualization parameters. We need to fix something here. So it cannot read property. Yeah, there was 2 dots over there, so what was the syntax error? We also have issue with the region. So I forgot that at the beginning you have to declare or specify the boundary of the region. It's not possible to still use the max area, so we may have to create a shape, yeah, just to draw a polygon around our area of interest. So please also don't forget to include that at the beginning. It looks like it's a little bit inside, so we will shift it. And then we will rename it because the variable is region, and otherwise then we have to change it to geometry again. So from here now it should work, everything should work perfectly fine. Yeah, so you can see that we have the animation, NDVI animation for Switzerland. So what you see is just a composite image, but the display is doing it per each day of the year, and I think this is every 16th day you get an NDVI data. So that is how it works. Please don't forget to subscribe, and please share this map also, or how to make this with your friends so that they can also make this on their own. See you.